Now we are creating a function called getCountry. So copy the name, go to functions.php, find our getCountries, and right after this function, let's create a new one to populate the name of the country. Okay, function getCountry would take ID. What we can do is copy the content of the getInterest function, get back here, go back here, and basically replace the name of the table by countries, and I suppose that should do the trick. So if we go back, if we refresh the page, hey, there we go, the name has been retrieved, everything's fine, we've got all these table rows displayed on the page. So we can go back to our list single record. Then actually we have T closing TR tag here twice. Actually, it was from the previous record. Okay, so we need to give it back. Okay, next thing will be we copy this H table row again, paste it after the country. After the country, we are going to be displaying our interests. So rather than displaying just the heading before the and the row, we will actually display the whole list of different countries, because obviously interests, sorry, because we're storing all this interest inside of this interest array, as you may remember. So first of all, we'll check if it's not empty. If it's empty, there's no point of displaying really this row. So if isn't empty, and our name of our array interest, then display our row. So opening curly brace, we can remove the closing one, and basically we can put it after this row. So PHP opening closing curly brace. So now our if conditions here inside, obviously heading will be interest. And now what we're going to do is we're going to basically implode our function. Rather than looping, we will implode this. So echo and implode, implode function, which we've used before. We're going to be imploding using comma and space, and we're going to be imploding our interest array. So that's everything there is to this interest array. If we go back to our page, refresh, our displays actually raise. So it's not really that good, is it? And it displays arrays because if we go back, you can see interest is basically the name of all of the records actually basically populated from a database. The name of the array is int. So we need to copy this int name and check if it's not empty here, and we are imploding this int as well. So if we go back and refresh, now we have all these interests which we've selected, which I've selected when I was working on this tutorial. So there we go. So we have our interest. Now let's copy this country here. And after interest, we have favorite color. So favorite color. Okay, and we will be using the function getColor, and the color ID is what we're going to be passing into it, which is obviously taken from our survey table. Now getColor, copy, go to our functions, and getColors we've got here. After getColors, let's create this function, populate name of the color function, getColor ID. Again, let's go back to the getInterest, copy the entire content of this function, get to our colors, paste it, change the name to colors, and that should do the trick. If we refresh the page, hey, the color is here. Okay, so we got the name. It's so easy because we've created all of these tables with the same cell names, column names. In other words, we have ID and we have name, and all of these lookup tables have the same structure. So it's really that simple, just changing the table name, and it's going to populate the right name of the specific record. So we've got favorite color, and the last thing will be favorite search engine. So if we copy this, favorites search engine, and this time we're going to get search engine, and we pass in a search engine ID. Okay, again, function which we need to create, so copy it, go to the, after get search engines, we create function to populate search engine name, and function get search engine, we pass in the ID, and let's copy the content of the previous function, paste it here, and replace the colors with search underscore engines. If we go back to our page, refresh, the search engine name is also displayed rather than its ID. So that's everything here. Now, this is if the table row wasn't empty, which means if there aren't any, if the parameter which has been sent as S parameter in the URL is really existing in this survey table. If it wasn't found, that means someone got to this page by mistake or just tries to mess around with us. So else we're going to echo get mode 5, I think it was. If we go back to our table, the error page, get mode 1, sorry. It's get mode 1, and it's going to display the error, the content of the error page. So if we go back to our page, we have all the information. If I change this to something that doesn't exist on the system, we have page not found. Obviously, we should include this, it doesn't look very good, submission details plus page not found heading. So if we go back, okay, in this case we would have to, if we go back to the list, heading submission details, let's copy this and paste the submission details into our function here. Obviously we don't want to echo this time because it's in HTML. Now if we go back, refresh, we'll only see page not found. If we go back to the record 1, we can see submission details, and that's everything. So that's everything in the series. If you obviously, I'm assuming that all these submissions would be behind the login. I won't be going through this part of the system because I've done it so many times in my previous tutorials. If you don't know how to do it, our content management system with Dreamweaver is a very good place to start. It will explain you how to create all this restrict access to the page, logins, and so on. But that's everything for this series. I hope you enjoy this. Any questions, use our contact page, and I'll speak to you in the next series.